Okay, here we are. I'm out at the shop. You see, a lot more room out here. But started running a Rockford. I don't know if you can read it or not, but low gauge back there. Yes, I am gonna run from the alternator over. I'm 2 foot short in wire, so I'm going to just wait to do that, and I'll order up the wire. I already made up my ground straps, low gauge ground straps, but as you can see, that terminal is shot, so I got to replace that, I think. So I'm going to just wait on that. Also, like I said, I have them made up. They're all soldered on, soldered connections to the. But there's a fuse block there, another fuse block. It's going to go somewhere between the alternator and the battery. Okay, and the batteries will eventually get replaced. Car without a door panel. But it's run down. You can see back through there. Big mess of wires here. There's JBLs that were in it. My wife's back here doing the dynamatting. You can see, well, it's not actually dynamat, it's, I forget what it is, but it's good stuff. It's not the best out there, but it's a lot cheaper. It's about half the price as second skin, even though second skin is so much better, but, working on a limited budget, so I can always add something if I need it. But yeah, the whole trunk is basically sitting right there. Gutted it completely. Most likely I'm going to just build the amp rack in the spare tire compartment. Probably do the amp rack, and later on that's where I'm probably just going to run 2 batteries in the back here, and then 1 up front, maybe only 1 in the back. I don't know. I really don't need a lot. It's not killer power that's going in here. But trunk deck is almost done. You can see door panel, door cut out for the pod. This is what we got here before we're cutting out. What I'm gonna do is put some tape, masking tape, around to mark it where I want to cut it. Same as the front here. And then once the masking tape's on, take the panel back off and use the body saw to cut it. Okay, so we have it marked off with the masking tape. That will get us close enough. Cut out to the end of the masking tape here. You got to cut down. Right here you have to cut down the window, the ratcheting mechanism that puts the window up and down actually drops down to around here. I learned this on the passenger side, so I'll just cut down a little bit there to the bottom edge of the masking tape there, but otherwise straightforward, just cut it out. Again, it don't have to be perfect. This is just a guideline of not going any further than this masking tape. Okay, I'm going to try to demonstrate on this. We'll see how it works. And just like that, that's the beauty of a body saw, is it cuts through pretty easy like that. So I'm going to put the camera down. The rest is the same thing, and I'll film it after I'm done. Okay, so here we are. The hole's cut out. As you can see, it's ugly, but once I put the, I'm going to do the same thing as I did before with the sound dampener and just wrap it around, so that way there's no sharp edge, and it actually makes it look pretty decent. As you can see over there, see, I mean, you can't tell. It looks nice and smooth. Yeah, I could take the time and get the grinder out, the roto grinder, and just clean it all up like that and make it look perfect, but there's no point in it. Only I and everybody who watches this video will know how ugly it was before, but it's after, it's what it looks like after that counts, right? So, okay, so the panel's back on, and as you can see how it looks, as I said before, I had to cheat that down a little. I might actually cut a little more off of that now that I look, but, you know, otherwise, you know, that's what we have, and it should work out pretty good. Here's the door sitting off, taken off the car, sitting on the stand. As you can see, there's the hole that we cut out. That window is down, so you have a reference of how deep the pod can go. So now I'll start by putting a piece of cardboard down, and then building it out around, making a framework, so that way the fiberglass can't drop below the point of the metal, or, you know, above the point of the metal or anything like that, so it can slide in and out, and also to hold it away a little bit from the edge. Okay, so I got the cardboard in, put the plastic down. Okay, the plastic is to keep it from the fiberglass from sticking to anything, like cardboard or anything like that. Fiberglass does not like to stick to plastic, so that's why you use plastic as a barrier, or tin foil, aluminum foil works just as good too. In all actuality, it would have probably been a lot better to use tin foil in this particular thing, but I don't have none down here at the shop, because tin foil, you can, you know, like here where the plastic is rolled up on itself, that's gonna stick inside the fiberglass a little bit like it did on the other side. It's not a big deal though, so, but this works. It's just to keep it from getting on the metal or sticking to the cardboard, and then you gotta, you know, sand all that cardboard out. So this is where we're at. Next step is to get the panel on and put some fiberglass cloth down, get it in there, formed in there the way I want it, and then start applying the resin. Okay, so we got a pod all fiberglassed up here. It's not perfect, but when I do the reinforcement in it, it'll be look 100% better and work 100% better. But that's what it looks like. And while I was waiting for that to dry, I finished upgrading the wires here. As you can see, we'll start off the alternator, Gauge Rockford, around the fuse, comes down around and back to the battery back to that fuse block. You can see two of them there, and then back to the trunk. The ground, one strap comes on over, ground it to the rod support. Make sure when you do that, you grind the paint off the metal there so you have good contact. And the other ground goes down. You probably can't see it, but it's behind the starter there. You can probably see the copper connector there. But yeah, so that's all grounded. So all the wiring is done under the hood. Okay, so I pulled it out of the door. This is what it looks like. Have a missed spot there, but that can be done. I'm gonna take it home and go down in the basement and reinforce it like I did the other one. When it's done, okay, I want to do a quick video to show you that dyno matting the inside of the door. As you can see, it's almost just about completely covered. Little nooks and crannies that aren't, but that really isn't going to matter because it ain't to seal it. It's just for the vibration, so as long as it's pretty majorly, but you can hear it's all pretty solid. Okay. Here we go with the dyno mat finished on the outside, and inside it's all done. Turned out pretty good. Hate doing dyno matting, pain in the ass, but like I said, it works good, or sound dampening, I should say. But as I said, it's finished now. It's over now. Freaking air bubbles everywhere. I'll show you a trick here quick. If you got an air bubble like this, you're not going to get it out anymore. Just take your knife, put a slice in it, and then you can work them out. Just like that. Now here we are. Driver's door is finished. As you can see, dyno matting. Sound dampening inside and out. If you think this side's not as pretty as the other side, blame it on the wife. She did this door. And she's not as patient. Well, I'm not patient either, but she's not a perfectionist like me where, instead of rolling everything out perfectly, she just basically cut everything so it would lay down flat for her. But in the end, it works just as good, so no big deal. I just started doing some of the reinforcement on the rear. As you can see here, just where it won't interfere with clearance, I'm doing on the rear around the edges to give it a little more strength to hold it in place. So I don't think it'll go anywhere, but it's also sealing it off better. It'll keep the plastic from vibrating. Here it is, completely finished. One of them. It's ready for wrap. Complete. Everything is absolutely done. It's just ready for wrap right now. So, the back side. Here's with two halves of the door panel put back together. I'm going to darken here, but it's actually pretty decent. Once it's wrapped, I think it's going to look really good.